Hello and welcome back. This is going to be a little bit of a fun one here because even if you're on an electronic log, you have to keep paper logs with you in the event that your electronic log faults out. So I thought, well, you know, since you have to do that, it might be nice if we knew how to fill one of those out. So the first thing you have is every day you have to fill out a driver vehicle inspection report, you know, the pre-trip thing. So let's just say that today's date is, well, let's just say it's March, just for the sake of anonymity on this one. So 3, and we'll say it's the 16th in year 2099, and it's gonna be 8 o'clock in the morning because that seems like a good time to start your day. You drive 007 because you're James Bond. You're pulling trailer number 1 because you just bought your first trailer, and you checked all these things, but I'm honestly gonna say I've yet to have a DOT officer get mad about me not checking each box individually. And so we go to the bottom here where it says condition of the vehicle is satisfactory. Now this is you checking the box saying, yep, we're good, we checked everything, it's all good. Driver signature, we'll just scribble and then draw a house because why not? Let's put a house there. That sounds like fun. Doesn't even hardly look like a house. My art is lacking. If we had any defects, then the mechanic would have to sign, and then the driver sign again stating that it got fixed. Fortunately, we checked it all, everything's good, it's a standard day. Now you get to this other part. Now for those of you on an e-log, you're looking at this going, well, my e-log is better because it measures in minute by minute, so I can have things like 8:02 for example, whereas this is 15-minute increments, which that's fine. You know, I can live with 15-minute increments pretty well, and I think that's plenty fair, so we're gonna just roll the dice with that. But you know, you start your day off, as we said, it's 3 as in March. It's the 16th day of 2099, and you drive 007 and pull trailer 1. Name of carrier, well, this is Pirate Ships Labs, so yep, Ship Labs, so we'll just say that's who we work for. And we live at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across the Ocean Way, and we hail from Redbeard. We'll say we live in Colorado. Now I'm from the Midwest, so whatever. But that's good enough for what we're doing, because I want to leave this accurate as to what you're doing, but also I'm obviously not going to fill out one of my days in front of you here. Like, my days can be really short and boring or whatever, so we're not going to worry about that. Let's just say you're going to be hauling bill lading number 1, and you're gonna haul lumber. That's a simple enough commodity. It comes out of the captain's quarters, and let's say that's in Denver, just so we actually have a real point of interest. And let's say it goes to Phillipsburg, Kansas. Now, the fun part is, use a straight edge. When you talk to DOT, they're going to heavily appreciate this. Now, if I was to go ahead and say we just started our day, so here we go. We'll go till, we'll say we started at 7 o'clock for the sake of, that's, you know, or wait a minute, no, we pre-tripped at 8, so we started at 8 o'clock. Now we're gonna go draw a line down from the off duty, a little bit off center, but that's okay, and pre-trip in Denver, Colorado. Now I don't know about you, but I take about a half hour roughly to do a pre-trip. So, and let's just say the trailer is already preloaded and hooked up for the sake of this example. So you do your pre-trip, you take off down the way, and you know, Phillipsburg, Kansas, it's about a 5-hour drive roughly. So we go over to 1:30, and now we're in Phillipsburg, Kansas. And let's say it's a drop and hook, so that'll take us about a half hour. And one thing a lot of people need to remember is lunchtime. It's unsafe to drive without lunch. So after you're done unloading, you stopped at Hardee's, and let's just add that note. Down here had Hardee's, because why not, for lunch. You know, more detail is always good. It helps when you're doing your end of the week recap. It also helps because then you can kind of remember a bit better what you did. And then let's just say that traffic was bad or the wind was bad, so it took you an extra hour to get back to Denver. All right, so you would then have a page that looks pretty much like this right here, and you'll notice we're not quite done with our day yet because we've missed a couple blanks. So the total mileage on the truck, that's your odometer reading at the end of your day. So let's just say the end reading is, you're driving a pretty new truck, so you end up with 1,312 miles, let's just say. And we know that we actually drove 318 miles in each way, but to go to Hardee's, let's say, was 4 miles out of the way. So that makes for easy math. We just did 640 miles, and then we have our scribbles with a house, because that's how we do our signatures, with a house. And there we go. And now you'd count up all your hours. So you have 8.5 on the off-duty line. You have 3.5 on the sleeper berth side, because you're gonna sleep in your truck when you get back, because why not? It's comfortable. And then it was 11 hours of driving. You maxed out your day. 11 is the most driving hours you can have in a day. And then you had an hour of pre-trip delivery where you swapped out trailers, and so we add that up and we have 24 hours. Now, on your recap, this is going to help you out later on down the week, because you can have 70 hours in 8 days. So if we take that into account, then we're going to add up our on-duty time, which is the bottom 2 lines. We have 12 hours, and that is for today. Now you have your total hours on duty for the last 7 days, including today, because you have to have at least 7 previous days on your books. But we were off duty those days because we decided, hey, you know, life's not all about work. Sometimes we like to relax. So luckily we only have 12. And then our total hours available for tomorrow is 70 minus 12. So we have 58 hours available. And then in the last 8 days, total hours on duty is 12. And so this is what helps you keep track of when you max out your hours. Now, if we had other days to worry about, that'd be great, but for the sake of this demonstration, I'm keeping it very simple, just so that you kind of get an idea of what this is going to look like when you fill out a paper log because that e-log broke down on you. Whether you're, you know, a paper log legal truck or not, this is still a skill that everybody legally needs to know how to do. And as you see, it's not very complicated. However, the one mistake we did is, because I wasn't driving during this example, I just drew all the lines out. The correct thing to do is to be within 4 hours on your log of where you actually are. So technically, when we left Denver to go towards Phillipsburg, we should have noted right here, just draw a straight line down, what city we're near, because that's the 4-hour mark. If we don't note this, then we have violated the regulations by still being driving at the 5-hour mark. And then same thing down over here is, except for that it took an extra hour, so it'd actually be right here at 6:30. We just have to put a flag down and note where we are. In this case, we'll say we're in Redbeard, because, you know, the wife met us at the exit ramp and it only took a minute. So since it only took a minute, we don't block off a whole 15 minutes for it. But she stopped and brought us groceries on the ramp so that we'd have snacks for the night. You know, whatever the case may be. The big part is just to keep your bases covered. Always have a packet of paper logs in your truck, whether you're an e-log person or not, that it is a legal requirement. So hopefully this helps someone stay out of trouble, because the last thing a guy needs is extra garbage on their record. And you know, if this is the sort of thing that helps you out, I'll be tuning back with something new very shortly, and we'll see you soon. Have a blessed day and stay safe.